Very good morning to all of you. Today we are going to discuss regarding the groups of microbes. Myself, Mr. D.N. Undirwade, Department of Botany, BP Art, SMS Science and KKC Commerce College, Chalisgarh. So what are actually these microbes? Microbes are invisible to the naked eye. You need a powerful microscope to see them. Are everywhere around us, inside us, on us, in our food, in our homes, in the air we breathe and the water we wash in. So are mostly useful because but some are harmful also. Okay. So the question may arise regarding these microbes is are vital for a life on earth? Definitely the answer is yes, except a few one, those which are the harmful. What do microbes look like? Okay, so how they looks like, see here, these are the views which are shown here, that are the magnified thousands of times and colored using a dye or stains. The various type of microbes, their shapes you can see within this. Then each and every microbe you can find out here. Then microbes exist in a huge numbers. In one single teaspoon of garden soil, if you are going to take this teaspoon of a garden soil, there are over 1 lakh microbes are present. Okay, 1 liter of seawater, there are over 1 billions of microbes. So that means you can see how they are present in vast in numbers. On your hands, there are more microbes than there are people in the world. So you can imagine that how much number of microbes are existing everywhere. There are so many microbes that the scientists have only named a 0.5% of them. So here the researchers, they have the chances. So because so far now the scientists only have named a 0.5% of them, and still the most of, that is 99.5% of them are still unnamed. So microbes outcome number all other the species and make up most of the living matter on the planet. So microbes live among us. Now that is the question, does these microbes live among us? In our food, cleaning up our waste, then the killing pest, then the making medicines, in the making of such things as leather, soy soap, then the cheese and paper in our bodies. So everywhere these microbes are living with us. Even though nowadays in a pandemic, COVID pandemic, these microbes are with us. Then what are the types of microbes? Okay, based on their particular physiological and nutritional characteristics, here there are different type of microbes are there. That is the aerobe, which are capable of using the oxygen as a terminal electron acceptor. Then anaerobe, here which grows in absence of oxygen. Then the facultative anaerobe can grow aerobically or anaerobically. Then micro aerophile, capable of oxygen dependent growth but only at a low oxygen level. So these are the various types of microbes you can found here. So the first one is the prion. Prion, the most recently discovered and least understood microorganism are the prions. Their nature is controversial. Okay, so they are composed of what? Protein only, that contains the information that codes for their own replication. All other organisms contain their genetic information in nucleic acids. Okay, they are responsible for a mad cow infection and mysterious brain infection in a man. So this is the structure of a prion, and basically these are made up of proteins only. Okay, so these proteins are coding for their own replication, while the rest of the other organisms, they contain their genetic information in a nucleic acid, that is DNA or either RNA. The second type is, that is the virion. The complete mature and infectious virus is known as the virion. So this is the structure of the virion, where you can see it consists of glycoprotein, then the lipid membrane, RNA is there, capsid is there, then the matrix and the rival transcriptase, that is the enzyme. So virions are composed of central core of the nucleic acid, either DNA or RNA, the genome, and is surrounded by the protein coat, which is called as capsid, which gives it a definite shape. Then the third, that is the viruses are there. So non-cellular infectious, these are the non-cellular. Okay, then the infectious entities which contain either RNA or DNA within them as a genetic material, then normally encased in a proteinaceous coat and reproduce only in living cells. Okay, so regarding their nature, that is whether they are living or non-living, now that is the point of discussion. But here, as they get a host, that is the living cell, where they can reproduce only. Then viruses utilize the biosynthetic machinery of the host for its own synthesis and then transform themselves efficiently to the other cells. So these are the types of viruses: helical virus, polyhedral, spherical, then the complex. So different type of viruses are there, and the virus structure, which you can see here, which consists of the two parts, that is the head, then the tail portion. So within these two portions it is been divided, where the head has the capsid in which the genetic material is present, then the collar and the fibers are there, okay, tail fibers. Then the rickettsia, the another type of microbe. The rickettsia are a diverse collection of obligately intracellular gram-negative bacteria found in ticks, lice, fleas, mites, cheese and the mammals. They include the genera Rickettsia, that is Ehrlichia, then the Orientia and the Coxella. Okay, these are the zoonotic pathogens, causes infection that disseminate in the blood to the many organs. Now you can see that the structures which are given here are the images, that is the tick is there, flea, then the lice and mites, and how that structures, okay, how they are disseminating into the blood for many organs, you can see inside the host cell. Then the next one is the mycoplasma. Okay, the mycoplasma, which is plural, it is mycoplasmas or mycoplasmata, is a genus of bacteria that lack a cell wall around their cell membrane. So cell wall is totally absent in a mycoplasma. These characteristics make them naturally resistant to the antibiotic that target the cell wall synthesis, like the beta lactam antibiotics. Okay, they can be parasitic or saprophytic. So both the type of mode of nutrition can be seen among them, these mycoplasmas. Then the next one, the group of microbes is the bacteria. Bacteria are microscopic living organisms, usually prokaryotic, that is the without nucleus, then that can be found everywhere. Okay, they come in all sorts of shapes, including rods, spirals and the spheres. They can be dangerous, such as when they cause infection, or beneficial as in the process of fermentation, such as in a wine making and that of the decomposition. So many of the bacterial members, they are beneficial also, but some may be the dangerous or they may be harmful. Then the next type of a microbe is a cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria, basically these are called as a BGA, the blue-green algal members. Cyanobacteria are the group of photosynthetic bacteria, some of which are nitrogen fixing. So as they are having the heterocyst among them, they are helpful for the nitrogen fixing, that live in a wide variety of the moist soils and water, either freely or in a symbiotic relationship with the plants or the fungi, forming the lichen. So these cyanobacteria are going to associate with the other plants or sometimes with the fungi, forming a different type of relationship, that is the lichens. Then here the next group of the microbe is the nematodes. So these are the microscopic parasitic, okay, and they may live freely, worm-like multicellular individuals having unsegmented body. Now you can see here, no doubt they are having the unsegmented body. The body is not segmented. Then the last one, that is the fungi. Fungi are small, generally microscopic eukaryotic. Eukaryotic, that means having the well-developed cell. Okay, usually filamentous, then branch, spore-bearing organism that lack the chlorophyll. Now this is the characteristic feature of the fungi. They are lacking the chlorophyll. So these are the few structures which are given here of the fungi. So in this way, here we have completed the groups of fungi. Thank you very much.